Vicky Ludick with Rooted and Radiant. Today I am in studio. Rinelda will introduce herself and where she's from, and we're just going to have a few chats about my recent book launch. So you can introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rinelda Mouton. I'm a journalist at the Confidante Newspaper.
Great. So Rinelda has reached out to me, and she's got some questions for me regarding my book that I would love to share with you all. So I think afterwards I will give you a copy of the script as well. But you are welcome to go ahead. Let's
Yeah.
see how far we get with those questions.
All right. Firstly, Vicky, congratulations on the book. Can you tell us more about the book?
Thank you very much. This book is it's a testimony. Um, it's a book that I have written not because I have all the knowledge in the world, because I don't, but it is a book that I have written um, that tells my story, every part of it, and it tells a story about God's grace and how it comes to all parts of your life, whether you want it or not.
Mhm. So, can you just tell us a little about the writing process? Like, when did you start? How did you find writing? So on.
So I am not an author. Well, I am now, but I wasn't an author. So I completed my theology studies last year. Um, and I knew I didn't want to pastor, right? So I have a bit of stage fright. You would not believe it, but I was like, Lord, you're going to use me, but it's not going to be on stage. So, and then I enjoyed blogging. I was writing already by that time. I was blogging and I was writing for a newspaper in South Africa, weekly inserts. And then the Lord said to me, "You must write this book." And I thought it was going to be easy because I love writing,
Yeah.
right? Throwing together a few ideas, and I've studied theology, so I know the word, I think. Um, and then I started writing, and the Lord said, "No, I don't. I don't want you to write like that." So, in essence, the book, the first draft was only 60 pages, and it really was just touch and go here and there. But the Lord didn't release me or the book then. And He just prompted me to rewrite and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite until He was happy. And um, and then I was able to release it pretty much now, or 8 weeks or 10 weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the launch. How was the launch?
Launch was absolutely awesome. It was at our church facility, and we actually had pastors coming from America to visit us. We intended or planned that the book would be launched on the weekend that they come, and the book wasn't ready. So right the week after they had left, I Pastor Jocelyn, she's a very she's such an awesome figure and mother to me. So she was here, and I spent some time with her. And the book should have launched that weekend, and then it didn't. But God has His reasons.
Yeah.
And then they left, and the weekend after that, uh, we were able to launch the book. And the launch itself was absolutely amazing. I mean, my team working on it has worked endless hours um, to get the books out and to have quite a nice launch here. I think what was striking, or what was breathtaking, or I don't know what the word is. I was in awe because if you read the book, you will see it's very personal, right? I talk about many things, including drugs and suicide and all of those stuff. So when I sat down to after the speeches were made, and people were coming for books so that I could sign it, the line of people that stood there, I God blesses obedience, but I didn't think I would see it right then. I thought I'd only see it in the next lifetime, because he blessed it even on the first day. I mean, when I looked at that line and the people coming, they're so excited, and everyone was supposed to give you a hug and write
Yeah.
my book, and I was like, wow, can you believe that such a filthy life could be such a blessing to other people?
Mm,
And immediately I was like, this is gonna be great for other people as well, because that's obviously what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to bless and change other people's lives. I want them to realize that God will find them and love them and bring them back.
mm.
um, they could choose to do it in 40 years or a lifetime. So um, yeah, that I think was one of the coolest things in the book launch.
All right, for you, what's your favorite part and why do you consider this part as so special to
So all of these chapters were quite hard to write because it's a memoir, right? So it's a testimony of my life. And some of these things were very long ago. And I have been recovered and healed and been in a healthy environment for 15 to 20 years. So it was difficult for me to write about stuff that happened 10 or 20 years ago, and in so much detail. So every chapter was challenging. I think the chapters that was the easiest or easier to write was definitely the chapter called Zambia, um, where God just came and he showed me my true identity. So I wrote a whole chapter about it, and I say it was a nice chapter to write because I actually relived it. I pulled out my books, and there was
you?
notes that I made at that stage, and I was
Yeah.
like going through it, and I was like, wow, this actually happened. So that was very joyful. I enjoyed that very much.
Right. The industry in our country remains very small.
Yeah.
Would you advise other authors, like people have vision or they have the hope to write a book, but due to the various challenges that there are, many authors or many people don't write books. What do
Yeah.
you have to say to
Write the book anyway.
them?
The platforms and today's influence we have on social media and the readability to all platforms in the world is it's
Mm,
easy accessible. So yes, Namibia is a small country, and it's difficult, and we struggle with some to get some things out there. People don't go into shops and buy books anymore, but they download them. So there's always a way, right? So we need to make friends with the fact that life is moving and at the pace that it's moving. And there are many ways to get your book or your story or whatever it is that you need to write or want to write about. If you're a good writer, there are so many platforms that you can use here, right here,
mm,
um, that you will build up the followers, that you will build up, that it would do what it needs to do. And ultimately, in God's bigger plan for your life, if that was part of what He wanted for your life, it'll be successful, irrelevant where you live.
yeah.
So just write the book.
Yeah. Vicky, tell me, from the book, what do you hope the people take away? What specific message do you hope encourage
Um, so the book's title is known. And known is actually it's a word that they use in the beginning of the Bible in Genesis, and then later on again and again and again. The word known is actually, we read it a lot, but we read of it when we say not that you know God, but that you are known by God. So God knows you, He knows you, and we hide away from that. And we think because we can only fathom half or parts of who He is, that He relates the same to us. And we don't understand in full that He knows every part of us. And He already knew that before we did or made any mistakes or did anything that's fun or not fun. He already knew that. And He still loves us. He still pursues us. He still chooses us, knows you by name, calls you by name, knows every hair on your head. He still does that. You don't have to do anything for it. You can just sit in His presence and enjoy His love. So, what I want for my book is to I said to the Lord, if it reaches only one person and they would know that they are known by God, I would be happy. Um, so it's still my heart that people would read it and say, Lord, you know me and you love me.
Okay. Sorry. So where can people get hold of this book to try to take it outside of the country?
Yes, definitely. It's already available on Kindle, on Amazon. So um, I am working on a few other things, but it's not settled yet. You can download it. I mean, it's the easiest to download it. And then, if you really want a hard copy, there is an option that you can select the paperback. Or if you are in Namibia and you want to, you can just make contact with me or our office, and we can send you one. We don't have as many copies on hand because it's very expensive to print here. But people, the people that do enjoy reading want to read a book. So
Yeah.
they're always like, I want a hard copy. Thank you. I have a Kindle copy, but I want a hard
Yeah.
copy. So then we just print new ones and make sure they reach the followers.
Right. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, there's not. I think I'm looking much forward to receive your review or testimony, or just a heads up or heads down, doesn't really matter, on this book and what God is doing for you in your life. For me, it's been quite a walk to here, and I don't think I'm done walking yet. So I don't know what the plan is. I just said, Lord, please don't let me write another book.
My
But
next question was going to be, are you going to write the next one? What kind of public
my husband,
expect?
my husband says, I think of something to do for our family every 4 years, because
Yeah.
then I wanted to study and then I did a 4 year degree. And then I said, oh, babe, I need to write a book. And he's like, oh. So he's, after this book was done, he's like, please, can you just like for 2 months not not think of anything for
Yeah.
us to do? So it's in the Lord's hands. But uh, this book really took a lot from me. So I hope his instruction is not write another book.
How many years was it that you wrote
I
it?
wrote, I wrote, it was 7 months, but with the
Okay.
editing and getting everything, it's about a year,
All
looking at
right.
about a year from where the seed was planted until we have the book. Yeah.
All right, Vicky. Uh, the country is very, very proud of you. Thank you for giving us this book. I know that it will touch a lot of hearts. I know it will change a lot of lives. It will inspire people and make them better. I wish you the best forward and I hope to see another one.
Thank you so much.